Let me know I got some people that got. It's only for our confidence and conversation. Feel like you consuming meditation just for validation, dedication, something that'll kill you. Let me guide your mind, body, spirit, and spirit. Let the purpose fulfill you. Pick you with the love. Pick you with the love. All right, mic check. Quicker than dots. Oh, we heading over to the dark side now. Listen, take your blindfold.
See, I learned this from a professional. But let's see if I got the charisma, you know what I'm saying, the immaculate, whatever it's called, you know what I'm saying. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Smoothie Man Entertainment presents Welcome to the Show. I'm your host, Smoothie Man Bruce Wayne, aka Smooth Money Mayweather, the Paper Chaser. Holla at your boy, and welcome to the show.
Yo, all right. Listen, I definitely hype off.
What you got?
Off. Did you want to battle real quick? Did you want to do an intro battle?
I'm just saying. What you got?
Listen, because I got the mic and everything with me. Hold on, wait a minute.
Yo,
ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. If you've never seen a Welcome to the Show podcast before, you done missed out. I don't know why you missed out. You need to catch up. All the way from Atlanta, Georgia. He is holding it down for the one, the only, the one true excellence himself. This is the Welcome to the Show podcast, hosted by the one and only Jason Smuvie Man Bruce Wayne, a.k.a. Money Mayweather, the Paper Chaser.
Yeah,
holding it down right now. I guess we're going to talk about the underground music, because I would be considered an underground artist. And we'll probably get into a little bit of sports, but
maybe just a little bit.
Ideally, when I come on, it's usually going to be about the music and probably about these relationships.
They're all good topics, man. It's all good topics.
Right. You know? And I'm sure we'll bleed into all kind of other stuff, but
I came in to take game over, eating everything, no leftovers. I pulled up with all my soldiers. Boss, that's one word is over. In my head, they treat me like Hova. Pressure, I'm prime pressure. Pressure, I'm prime pressure. Pressure, I'm prime pressure. I'm like they throw something letting off. 100 car, about to let it off.
Yeah, man. Yo, it's been a long time. I say long time, but what was that, May? Was that May or was that June?
I think it was May.
June, because my kid's birthday. That's right.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I was literally at your place the day after his birthday.
Right. Weren't you going back home to like the following day or something like that?
It was literally, so I came to you and then I drove. I had to meet a couple other people. I think his birthday was the day before. I wouldn't be surprised. Regardless, it was basically the one day I saw you was either the day before I had to see him, which then the next day I had to head out.
Right.
Or it was seeing you, and then the next day I had to head out. So
yeah. Okay.
It was, my schedule was that. It was that. I mean, it's still that. I talk like it stopped. It hasn't stopped. The grind hasn't stopped at all.
Yeah, because that's one of the first questions I wanted to ask you. What you been up to since you know what I'm saying, you dipped on out, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, June. Finished Bushido Brown. So y'all have been seeing Bushido Brown left and right. If any for any of your viewers, I'm gonna move this over a little bit. This way.
Yeah, especially for the ones that don't know, you know what I'm
saying? For anybody that don't know me yet, all right, Cudjoe The Excellence. I've been rapping for about 15 years. I've been producing and putting together, mixing, mastering. Pretty much, I've been a lone gunman, lone ranger, probably to my own deficit, you know what I mean? But the best people in the world I've learned recently are the people that know themselves better than anyone else. And I'm starting to know myself better than most other people. Right. And
hey, what you mean by that? What you mean by that? Knowing yourself?
I guess I can start with a specific example and we can branch out from there. I know that I'm someone who cares more about making the music than marketing the music. And that's detrimental to any artist. I would not recommend that path for any artist. Either A, outsource the marketing process, or B, hit your head on the grindstone and market that for yourself and everything like that. Like, learn how to market that for yourself. And again, I'm taking the wrong path because I'm not marketing myself enough, but at the same time, I'm in a position where I've always been like the lone gunman in situations. I've never really felt like I had a home, a space, and stuff like. I never really felt like I had people that I could trust that closely. And of course, until you and certain now, all of a sudden, everybody want to pop up and earn the trust. You know what I mean? And so
No,
it's
I
one of
feel you
those
on that. Yeah, you know,
that
you
that's
just
what
come
I mean
around
by,
at the right time, you know, say because we can't all do this by ourselves, man. You know, we need that some type of support or some type of like you know, just
support is the
guidance
right word.
sometime, you know what I'm saying?
I would say support is the right word for sure.
Okay.
And one of the things that inspires me the most about the whole thing was meeting, yourself, meeting all the different people that I've met along the way here. So
Right.
since I left in June, though, finished Bushido Brown, that would be now my 1, 2, if you count 15 as a theme, 1, 2, fourth album, if you want to consider 15 as a theme. 15 as a theme to me is more of a mixtape than an album.
Okay.
2019 and 2020. And then we finished Bushido Brown. I hit a slump. I hit like a big, okay, this album has so many gems on it. It's a really good album. But again, we're back to that whole, do I dedicate all my time to just marketing? It doesn't sound logical. It doesn't sound reasonable. And
why?
so
It's because you just want to keep working on the next thing, or you don't like
I want to get to the
stuff?
next project. I want to get to the next song. I want to get to the next production. And I can't necessarily do that because I'm too, you see me, y'all see me on Saturdays, and Saturday is going to be kind of like the next chapter in that whole marketing process.
Right.
Y'all see me. I'm my face. I need to be in front of the people, and why am I not in front of the people? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
the
I know
music
what you
is
mean.
great, but I'm not in front of the people. That's not making no sense. And so, in between Bushido Brown and starting off the 15 as a theme, which it was supposed to get kicked off in August. And that got derailed like a mother. I couldn't even explain what happened. Like I said, I think I hit like a mental slump, or either that or an emotional slump. You got emotions? Yes, I'm a guy.
We all got emotions. It's all
I'm
good.
a guy with emotions. God damn, that's how these songs come out so good. Anyway, so I hit this slump, and then I get to the point where I'm like, all right, I can't just sit down and not do anything and try to deal with this slump. The slump came from the fact that I feel once again like I'm deviating from what I'm supposed to be doing here. In 2006, I moved from, it's 2005, but late 2005 into 2006, school year 2006, let's do that.
Okay.
Moved from New York, Queens, New York, to Atlanta, Georgia. Let me tell you, I hated that move with all my heart. No offense to Atlanta. Although y'all traffic now, I heard is crazy.
It's bad out here, though, my dude.
I'm so worried because the job I have is going to require a lot of driving if I get out there. If I move out there with this job, it's going to require a lot of driving. Anyway,
yeah, you're gonna need a car. You're gonna need a car.
No, I have a car. It's just I'm going to be on the road.
Yeah, but why you hate Atlanta? Why you say that though?
First of all, we have corner stores everywhere in New York. In Atlanta, you need a car to get to the corner store. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Or you can just take that 10-mile jog, and who's just trying to jog like that? At that time, anyway, I wasn't trying to jog like that. And then the corner store that I have to jog to ain't even all that. So needed a car to get to where you wanted to go. Lost the whole clique. It was a whole team of guys that was with me, like me and 3 other guys that was with me. And that's probably where the lone gunman thing started, because I felt like I was on my own. I felt like I had to pick up the pieces for the rest of them, because it's not like a lot of them more or less, and hope they don't get offended if they ever hear this, but it seemed to me like there was no way for me to continue what we were doing. Okay. And I couldn't tell whether or not they were continuing what we were doing.
Right.
And so I was like, screw it. I got to try to do this myself. I just want to get back on that stage like I was at IS 109. Shouts out to IS 109 in Queens Village, Shadyville. I see you. Like IS 109 Auditorium was where all this got started. I just want to perform. I go up to these people. Oh man, you got to make a hot CD. You got to make a hot track. You got to spend thousands of dollars. So man, you might have to go deal drugs. Well, I'm 16 years old looking at this person like, I'm not about to deal drugs if I need to do music. I mean,
yeah,
I thought I could just write the song to the instrumental and call it a day.
Yeah.
Not getting no proper management as far as I go. No management of any kind for that matter. Probably wasn't showing anyone that I was as serious as I probably show people I am now.
This is around when you were 16, right?
16 years old, you know what I mean? You needed that guidance. As a boy, you need that guidance. You need that guidance.
That's true.
You need that guidance through your life, but definitely at 16.
Yeah.
I was on to something, and so from there, that I during my slump after Bushido Brown, and all of this was to talk about what's been going on since June.
Okay.
After the slump after Bushido Brown, June into July into August, that slump, it was like, it's because, bro, you're not performing and you know you're supposed to be performing. I don't care if I was performing in front of one person or two people, it didn't matter. I'm supposed to be performing. I'm like,
Okay.
damn, well, if I can finish the 15 as a theme, and then I can get on the marketing, and then I'll get to performing. Then I'm like, no, you're still not performing. Like, you still just in the studio. Like, my weekends would literally, before Bushido Brown was done, or even during the process of Bushido Brown, my computer's to my left. Click, 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 Control C, Control B, click, click, like, test it out. Give it 2 seconds. Those are all the shortcuts that I use to mix
okay. I was like,
Control C is where you get those. No, my bad. Control Z. Control Z, Control B is when you get to duplicate what you made, all that good stuff. Control V. Control C, copy and paste. There we go. Control V and stuff like that. Anyway, Control Z is undo. I probably did that like 1,000,000 times in one session. So I'm doing that, and I'm just in the crib, and I'm like, no, this is not, like, yo, this is not working. It's not sitting well with me no more. I said, all right, we'll take the same stereo we used to mix, and we're just gonna go live. We did it once before. I don't think it sounded bad, but nobody gave me any feedback, so I didn't really know what to do, and I only did it like maybe once or twice.
Okay, when you first started doing,
this was during
it before.
During 15 as a theme 2020, I break my 15 down in tiers. So 3 times 5 is 15.
Okay.
After the 5th song that I finished, between the 5th and the 6th song, I guess maybe on like a Saturday or something like that, I performed the top 3, if I'm not mistaken, it was the top 3. I performed the top 3 performing songs of the first tier. So that ended up being like Coolie Smiles. At the time, people don't, I'm talking like people know these songs, but Angel Dust, I feel like people might know that song pretty well. Angel Dust, and then 2 other songs. So Angel Dust was the main event. I was kind of already touching on the Night of Excellence. I was already kind of doing Night of Excellence before I realized it was going to be Night of Excellence.
Oh, okay.
This was last year. Yeah, last year. Around, actually, I probably would say around June, matter of fact, come to think of it. This George Floyd stuff was happening, and I wanted to kind of uplift and kind of elevate people. That was the basis of it.
Right.
I performed that. And so fast forward to now, July, August, September. Between August and September, found my new job. Between September and right there towards the end of September, I think I was just dressing nice. I started doing my hair, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna go live. I'm gonna go live. Screw it. I'm gonna just go live. I'm gonna go live. If it goes good, fuck it. We'll do it every week.
Right.
And the first one, do you see this? There's an easel behind me.
Yes.
That holds now my program. So what I do every night after the show, I work on, if there needs to be a new song, really I work on all the songs. So I work on the digital part of the program, and then I work on the written part. The written part is what I'm looking at. If people pay close attention to the show when I'm doing it, they'll see that I'm looking at something to my, well, I guess it'll be like this. So it's to my left, but it's to y'all right. So I'm looking at it. Stage left is what it's called. And I'm looking at it stage left. I'm looking at the program because I'm like, what's next? Okay, cool. It's time to pay bills. Okay, cool. It's time to do the next song. Okay, cool. It's time to set up. So what I do, I look at that. I'm like, all right, cool. Now let me turn to my computer, the digital part of the program,
right?
Mix that up. I get that queued up and then hit space bar. And if it's the theme song, then I'm probably doing Stories on a Stool. I'm probably shouting you out, or whatever the case may be. Or I'm just yakking my face off.
Yeah.
If it's the next song, we kind of low down the volume on the theme song. We queue up the next song and wait, talk about the song a little bit, do whatever we got to do, introduce the song basically.
Right.
Hit space bar. What I do is I set up the song, and then I set up the tail end. So it's just the instrumental. So it almost comes off. It's fluid like a radio station.
Right.
Like a radio
station. It's really
station.
like you really performing a concert and stuff like that. You got your whole catalog of music how you wanted it to do and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, yeah.
it's I mean, it feels like a dream come true, but then I'm like, damn, it's so small compared to like what, like when you look at the bigger people. But then I'm like,
Yeah,
this
you
is all I
start
got
from
to work with
somewhere.
right now.
Yeah, you got to start from somewhere. We all start from the bottom. We're gonna grind this up, you know. That's all.
That's all I got. And then so from June, it was just some of the things that I was working on in June as well. Just kind of, studying up on, and I'm gonna draw a blank. I know I always draw a blank on things that I was looking up. Just looking up how to be best man I could be, knowing thyself, kind of getting better, getting more familiar with what I like, what I don't like. Started playing pool a little bit. That just started because of the Night of Excellence and everything like that.
Yeah. But you see what more passion that you down for though.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Pool
is nice, but this right here, how you perform in music.
This is it.
That's it. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe when I go back to play pool, I can let them know, like, yo, if you got an Instagram, I do this every Saturday. Like, that's about it, though. That's about it. It's not gonna be a matter of like just going out and doing stuff like that. Like now I see, and then of course the t-shirt started selling. That started like the week before, 2 weeks before Night of Excellence even was conceived. I just knew I needed to start selling t-shirts.
Right.
And all of a sudden here I come. The first 2 or 3 episodes, I didn't have. I say episodes, but 2 or 3 shows, I didn't have the t-shirts yet. And then when I finally got the t-shirts, that's when, we were like 3 or 4 weeks in when I finally got the t-shirts. And so that was nice.
Yeah. Those are dope. I still wait. I still need to get mine. You didn't tell me how I need to get a shirt.
I know I sent you a link, but guess what? I just checked today.
I probably forgot. I probably didn't hit it. That's on me.
That's all good. I just found out though they took down the listing for the shirts, so I have to put them back up. All that's available now is the socks and the gaiter and the things for your neck or whatever for the mask.
Oh yeah. Okay.
The fanny pack is gone. The shirts and the sweaters are gone. Yeah. So I mean, that's still listed if you was to go like right now. I know I can resend it to you.
Yeah, resend that. I don't know if I
shameless plug. Shameless plug in the building. Like. It's one of those where I don't know, like the goal of the whole music thing after, especially in 2019, giving up music because I fell in love with somebody. Nah, that's yikes. I mean, very noble, very, very kind of you, very sweet, but it's a feckless, it's a futile decision. Feckless and futile are kind of the same words, but that's another thing about me. I'm a fucking wordsmith. It's futile at the end of the day. Like
hold on 1 second. Let me pause that. Keep that thought.
No, I'm with you. I'm over here.
And we're gonna start with that, what you just said with your how you drop music one more time. So
the whole thing from 2019.
You almost like you transition.
Yeah, from 2019 to give a little, reasoning as to why I'm doing this. Guys are in desperate need of guidance right now. Like a lot of guys could use the guidance that. I mean, 90% of this generation, is it 70 or 80 or 90? I think the last time I checked, it was between 70 and 90. Let's use that.
Yeah.
If it's upwards of 90% of guys grew up without their fathers, without a father in the home, especially Black ones, like they need guidance. They need some kind of guidance because a guy without his purpose, he's on the verge of death. He's walking the
male guidance.
And especially that male guidance. Yeah, you can get female guidance, but that female guidance is women. Here's why female guidance don't work, and here's my theory. It's just a theory. So for all your female listeners,
don't attack him. Don't give him that
right.
chop.
Look, y'all can flame me. I'm just not gonna get burned. Don't get mad when y'all can't burn me. You know what I mean? You can throw the flamethrower. Check this out. A single mom can raise a boy all day long, but he's going to stay a boy until someone teaches him how to be a man. And a woman can't do that. Here's why. Women by default know how to be women. Once a girl becomes a woman, she didn't have to necessarily be taught. Because look at how society works now. A woman doesn't have to do the dishes to be a woman. A woman doesn't have to wear a do-rag to be a woman. A woman doesn't have to do my laundry and get all the domestic stuff out my way so I can do my music. Oops, sorry, that's getting too personal. Nonetheless, a woman don't have to do all of that to be seen as a woman. She's a woman by default. Like, she came out the womb. That's a woman. Look at this lovely woman. Sir, don't look at her as a woman yet. You got to give her like 18 years. Then you can start looking
pretty
at her
little princess.
You know what I mean? Right. You know what I mean? That pretty little princess turns into a queen by default. Like she becomes a queen by default. But a guy, you know what I mean? We have to earn our stripes. Literally. We have to literally earn our stripes.
Yeah.
This is where
I feel what you're saying.
When you look at tribes, when you look at even history of humanity, even history and humanity and everything like that, it's one of those things where you like, that's the nature of guys. Like we, for a millennia, have been, we've been having to go through trials and tribulations. We'll go on a journey. We'll maybe get kicked out of the tribe for some time and everything like that. You know what I mean? And then that's our journey. In Brazil, I believe they have dudes that will, stick their hand in a pile of bullet ants, in a bag of bullet ants.
To test their manhood?
That to become a man. To become a man. You stick your hand in a bullet ants, in a bag of bullet ants. And that's how you a man now. You know what I mean? A girl don't have to do that because a girl is a girl. But a guy, he's still a boy. He could be 30 years old. He ain't stick his hand in them bullet ants.
Yeah, he's still a boy.
Kembunde did not stick his hand in no bullet ants. Therefore, he is not a man. And I don't think it's an African tribe. I'm pretty sure it's Brazilian, but I couldn't do a Brazilian accent.
Hey, that was good, though. That was good. I'll take that. We'll take
Africa,
that.
Right. If it's Africa and they stick their hand in like fire ants or something like that, there you go. In India, they have guys that pull their hair off their face. So all this facial hair I got on my face, I'm a boy right now if I can't and pull it all off.
I guess I'll be a boy then. Yeah.
I
guess I'll be a boy. I ain't got no facial hair, bro. What this is all like
just lie to them and tell them you pulled most of it off. There you go.
Oh, okay, yeah. Could do that.
but for the most part, these tribes, they take their manhood hazing, if you will, seriously. And it's some of them don't make it. And that's the scariest part because empathy starts kicking in with everybody. That's another amazing trait that women have. It's empathy. And I don't mean that sarcastically. I mean that literally. Like that's an amazing trait that they have. They want everybody to make it. But out of 30 guys, putting your hand in a pile of bullet ants, that's potential shock. You talking about allergies, if there's any fluids that come from them ants. Yeah. You're talking about all kind of issues, complications from that bullet ant attack. Infection, right?
All that to be a man.
And if he makes it through all of that, his body's ready, his mind, his spirit, everything is ready.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
A boy could have the Captain America spirit, something like yours truly, could have the Captain America spirit, but his body couldn't handle it. So he puts his hand in the bullet ants, gets chopped up. He gets the infection and dies. He wasn't ready. His body wasn't ready. Maybe he'll reincarnate. I don't know if those tribes believe in reincarnation, but he'll reincarnate, come back, try him again. But, to the mother of that child, she's in agony for the rest of her life because she had to watch her son go. And that's, I'll translate that to here. Our new hazing is so complex because it's not just one thing. It's damn near your entire human experience.
Right.
Like you, from the time you turned 18 or something like that as a man, you immediately have to get tested by the world. You got to go into the real world. And especially if you went to college, poor thing, the world is nothing like college. There is no safe space at McDonald's, all right? Unless McDonald's just starts to commission safe spaces. There's no safe space at McDonald's. No, you're not going to win every time. You can't. That crumbles dudes at the end of the day to the point where they're ready to. And I'm just like, no, you don't have to go that route. Yeah. First of all,
and not even just that too. It's just like the fact that like as men, we can't even like express our like emotions and stuff like that because we really don't supposed to. We was taught as younger, like what I'm saying, you got to be a man and stuff like that, and don't show no fear, don't cry, da 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 da. So we already taught like, yo, the world ain't even fit for all that like crying and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Especially if you're a black man and stuff like that, because nothing's promised to us as that, you know what I'm saying? It's just, You pray on it. If you do get it, you know what I'm saying, it's all good. That's just what I'd be thinking.
And it's a healthy thought to have, because it forces you to ask that same question I had to ask in July throughout this whole year. Even though 2020 came off as one of my best years musically, as a person, okay, my music, we know that you're here for music. You're here to use your music to inspire and lift up people who feel either down or feel like they're not going to make it. That's what you're here for. You were born into this body, into this spirit, with all this, for people that believe in chakras, with all this extra throat chakra energy, talking the way you talk, moving the way you move, inciting crowds and everything like that. You were here to do that. Okay. When I look at all these other dudes out here that don't know what they here for, that shit scares me, because I remember when I didn't know that music was what I was supposed to do. 2014, damn near killed me. And so I'm like, I'm not about to see none of my fellow brethren. Yes, some of them I understand. As a man, I'm required to understand that some of them aren't gonna make it. Some of them, I'm not gonna get to everybody in time. I barely scratched the surface. I barely scratched the surface of the surface. Like, you know what I mean? I got a few leaves off a tree, and I still got the whole earth to go. You know what I'm saying? And so,
hey, but you know, it's still about them too. You know what I'm saying? The ones that you can touch. That's the ones that, you know.
See, clearly I was meant to touch them.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Then that pot gonna keep filling with them leaves and stuff. You know, it's just through time. And the ones you do catch, you know, the ones that gonna listen, those are the ones that who really needed to hear you at that time. Type situation.
Last week performed. This past week I performed it again, but last week I performed a song called Rafiki Guidance. It's the same thing. It's the concept of, for everybody that knows, or for the one person in the world that don't know Lion King, there's a baboon by the name of Rafiki. Rafiki guided Simba back to the Pride Lands, helped him realize who he is, right? That's who I had to be before I started going on that path for other people, like going on that path to help men realize who they are. Like, yo, it seems like you're good at these skills. Okay, this is what you got to do. Now you got to practice at it consistently, and you're going to fail at least once, probably 5 times. But listen, them first 4 times, they're going to hurt like hell. That 5th one is you're going to be able to dust it off your shoulder. You know what I mean? that 5th failure, that 5th rejection, that 5th time that your music, for me, for example, all like 5 pieces of equipment went down in the same week. So of course,
I know you was going through it, bro. I seen your story. I was like, damn, my heart was hurt for you.
I was like, I'm not stopping. I don't care. I'm not stopping.
Yeah, you can.
I took that moment and I said, okay, let's start with, if we can't get the equipment in time, what can we use instead? So that was scary, because it was going to be me and my bare voice. I wasn't going to have my mic with me. That was scary. I was like, okay, we need to avoid that as best as we can.
Yeah.
We need to avoid that big time. PS4 went down. That's usually like when I'm trying to wind down, or like I'll have that playing in the background. Oh, we got to talk about My Hero Academia, because we put that in your back pocket.
Okay.
That show there, man. Anyway, bought this big old stereo behind me. Y'all can't see it in this camera, but ended up buying an amp, because the stereo that I normally use ended up blowing out. The stereo that plays the stereo that plays the microphone, the stereo that plays the music wouldn't change volume for me, and I felt like it was low because I ran a show with it, and it just felt so low. I'm like, why does this feel low? I try to change the volume and can't adjust the volume. If I can't adjust the volume, I'm not using it, because I'm not about to just play some lackluster.
Yeah.
And
like
here come my louder.
It's like, my bad. It's like you said earlier, man. It's about that sound, man. You can't be telling you. It's about that sound.
I'm on Instagram, so I can't really be like playing with sound. Like, I can't. That's playing with fire. Like, this is my phone to y'all phone. So the rig that I set up, thank goodness, is way more equipped to handle the sound coming in, so that regardless of what the sound is coming out, if you got a bad phone, you got a bad phone. You're not gonna do that. But knowing that input sound is where it's supposed to be, that the music is coming out properly, the mic is coming out properly, everybody's working as a cohesive unit, we winning. And so the kickback, the fight to get that done, I didn't even work on the PlayStation until like the next week. The music was that much of a priority. The
PlayStation, of course.
That PlayStation was actually a Christmas gift to show you how dedicated I was to like music. I spent the whole 2019. Everybody's like, "Yo, you gotta get the PS4, man. Yo, this game is this game is that." I'm not getting the PS4 if I still don't have like my this, that, and the third done as far as the music. I would rather take that same money. I kept looking at the price for the PS4. It was clearly $400 no matter what. Like it just would not budge. Even if I did try to find something cheaper, okay, if it's $200, isn't that the same $200 I could put into some new stereos or some new professional speakers? Okay, cool. So yeah, I'm gonna just keep on riding. I'm gonna keep saving, try to save. I have like this financial method of saving 3 times what I want. So
now that goes into, you know, I used to tell people like, well, one of my partners told me this when I got this job. He was saying people got to learn how to separate their needs from their wants, especially if you want to go somewhere. You know, just because you want them new Jordans or you want the new PlayStation 5, because I want the new PlayStation 5, but I know what I'm doing right now with this is more important than anything. That's where my focus is on this podcast. Just like you said, like I could go out and buy this and that, but I need more. I want more equipment. I want my brand to be better and stuff like that. I want to get, you know, more equipment and stuff like that. My sound to be better, you know what I'm saying? So my editing to be like this, crisp, smooth, quick to the point. You know what I'm saying? So I feel you on that, but that's what people need to understand. Needs versus wants. Needs versus wants.
Then there's a portion of that grind and hustle where they start to see it. And that to me is, I'm approaching that point. Approaching that point, and it's getting scary because I know some people probably gonna start acting funny, they're gonna start acting shady. This is the same thing I was worried about when I saw my career starting to, especially after 2019, I really started to see my career taking shape. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to lose people. I'm gonna have to kick people.
Hey man, this comes with the territory.
If we ever get the beef, and I'm gonna keep promoting you, I don't give a shit. Like that's you have now, like your podcast has now transcended our friendship right now. Like it's guaranteed. Like it's like
same thing with your music, bro, dude. Same thing with your music.
Like yo,
beef though, man.
I appreciate that. I really appreciate that because
likewise,
I like keeping people around me that's grinding, that's hustling, that's moving, that's at least showing that they're trying to. Because here's the thing, now that I got Twitch, I'm addicted to this game called Fallout 3. So people that don't know Fallout 3, I'm addicted to that game now. And luckily I've been able to crunch down the time that it takes to set up the program and everything like that. So I have time to play, but also,
you gotta give me your Twitch name on you know what I'm saying?
It's my same as my Instagram.
Okay,
same as my Instagram. Hey. That's marketing out of the
yes,
world.
It is. Branded like a motherfucker. And you can use that to, you know, put your shirts on there, your links on there.
Exactly.
Hey, it's on multiple platforms. Dropping more juice off of.
So that's the real Cudjoe up there. And then so what I have now is I just have a bunch of edits. Soul Calibur 2 so far is my favorite game because I see that I'm like the most active. Like I see I'm the most excited when I play Soul Calibur 2.
Okay. Yeah.
Resident Evil Revelations 2 is pretty good as far as like how I react to it and the things that happen. I just want just want the cuts, and then I just want to post it as a story. I don't even want to post it as a post. The only thing that's gonna go as a post, Night of Excellence, when the new song coming out.
Right.
That's it. Y'all not really gonna see much else out of me. I'm gonna move this camera because okay. When I did this, I'm like, why is it uneven? All right. So like I'm not really gonna see nothing else out of me. Like it's on my main post anyway. It's gonna be Night of Excellence, when the next track, when is the 15 starting? And then story post, that could be anything. Y'all saw some people that saw my story today. When this clip comes out, I'll make sure we see what, you know, I'll remind people of what my story post was. And yeah, man. It's about to be an interesting time as far as these next. I want to project the next year, just the next year alone. I think both of us together tag teaming the shit out of this is about to blow.
Okay, yeah, most definitely, man. We're gonna do this.
Oh man. Like as far as inspirations go, I mean, obviously when it comes to my 2016 years, Kendrick Lamar. But prior to that time, I quit in 2012. There was one other inspiration, man, and it's a real life inspiration. My little sister. My little sister is so like she's the epitome of showing me who I'm getting ready to be. She was already showing me the result of what I'm gonna do for the world, if that makes sense. So she being my sister, she has that happy-go-lucky, she has that charismatic, she argues like a motherfucker. I hate her for that shit. She's good at it too. As long as she can keep, and it's kind of like a natural female thing, she can get mad at me if she wants to, but as long as she can keep like her emotions behind the actual topic of the conversation, her arguments are bulletproof. Like she'll argue with my pops, and it's only her and I think my big sister. Like me and my brother, especially my little brother, well, I should say big brother, he's taller than me. Right. But
is your sister older than you or younger than you?
I got an older sister and then I got a younger sister. So I'm literally the middle child. Me and my brother are the middle child.
Okay.
So look at that, ladies are the gatekeepers. Gatekeepers of my family. One is the oldest and one is the youngest. So yeah, when it came to me and my brother, we didn't really argue with our pops because it's like, I don't know, it was just kind of like a mentality where you just kind of take it. And then but my little sister and my big sister, they'll go, and they'll just go for it. And that to me was inspiring. Like that,
I think that's a female thing.
It's also a female thing, you know what I mean? And to see the way that I grew up, you know, kind of more timid, kind of shy, which would be a shock to 99% of the people that know me. Is it even you? So,
we talking to the same Cudjoe here?
Yeah.
Nah. This ain't the same guy.
You need a time machine to catch that guy. You need a time machine. Yeah, anybody could take a little moment where I'm in a public setting and I don't say hi to that one person over there, and then you are shy, so you're not really excellent. You could say that with a. That does, you know what I mean? It is what it is. But for the most part, growing up in a household where you didn't really defend yourself because you thought it was the wrong thing to do. But they by default they didn't. I guess they wanted to test that water, and they tested it all right. So, but for the most part, it's she's not one of my biggest inspirations. Like a lot of the times when I think of, especially in relationships, when I think about relationships, it kind of wheels right back to her. Like, all right, what kind of guy do I need to be for her, so to speak? Like, what kind of example do I need to set as far as guys she's bringing into her life? And so, so far she's been doing a pretty good job. She brings some really, really healthy. She's been bringing some healthy dudes into our life, and I can definitely appreciate her for having that compass, being able to attract the right kind of guy as far as toxic energy is concerned. Avoiding the ones with toxic energy and maintaining the ones, or keeping around the ones that are healthy. So
that toxic energy, gotta stay away from that.
She'd be upset with me these last couple weeks because I've been treading that toxic water. Not too bad. Like I'm not about to tell you, I'm not about to make a girl feel like, she my one and only, but then mess around with like 6 other girls. I ain't about to do all that. But
it's about being honest, man. You know what I'm saying? As long as you being honest with them, what's going on, they respect you for that shit. You know what I'm saying? And at least
a lot of them been saying that.
Yeah, at least you could tell you gave somebody that option. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, exactly.
What title am I in? Oh, I'm this title right here. Okay, thank you for telling me. At least I know how to handle this relationship. You know what I'm saying?
This entanglement.
Yeah. This one chick I used to know, she used to say that ships a lot. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us are in ships. So it's like, it's either we going to sink with the ship or we going to make it to our destination, like type situation.
Yeah. Because this whole thing is a journey. So that her analogy was, your experience with girls as of late, has it changed now that the podcast is starting to grow and everything like that? If you don't mind me asking you.
Nah. I don't think so.
No.
I mean, I just ask, whoever I see like got some type of business going, you know what I'm saying? I just asked them, like, you want to jump on, like, whatever I do with this is professional, like, type situation. But
and then outside of this, it's nothing crazy with the ladies going on. Okay.
No.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I noticed a spike. I only ask because I'm like, I'm noticing a spike, like that they I
don't think I'm that famous yet.
I'm to the point where I'm noticing like they'll jump in the DMs. Hey.
Yeah.
I'm just like, working on a song. What are you doing? Like I'll get confused and I'm like, oh, okay, I know what time it is now.
What's up? Hey.
It's one of those. It's one of those.
Maybe if I start getting a little some more females on, that
Yeah,
much.
because then they friends watching. Ooh, girl, he's kind of cute. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Girl,
Some of them they got to get their schedules together. Like I got this one lady I used to go to school with. She do
Tell
like
me about it.
bakery. She bakes and all that stuff, like cupcakes, cheesecake, all kinds of stuff.
Right.
I'm trying to get her on. She just said she got to get a time and right or a schedule right or whatever stuff like that. I used to know this girl named Cudjoe. She's a rapper.
Why does she sound familiar?
You know everybody that I know, so you know what I'm saying. You probably know her too.
Familiar. Is that her Instagram handle? I might look that up.
Yeah. That's her.
Okay.
You know, so shouts out to Cudjoe. You know what I'm saying.
Hey, Cudjoe, we see you.
So
we see you.
What else? Who else I got? Somebody else. Another female. I was trying to get on here. I can't remember, but yeah. Yeah, my homegirl. Her name is Danica. Matter of fact. Where's it at? Hold on.
Is she supposed to be coming on soon? See, I'm gonna start shouting out your guest. See, the next evolution of your promotions is to shout out whatever guest you got coming up next.
I know, right? I need you. But she got this candle. She make candles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So she gonna be coming on here talking about candles soon. So like
this boo. I ain't trying to put all her information out, but she got a son?
No.
Okay. All right. Never mind. Okay, not the same person I'm thinking of. I was about to say, yeah, you're right. Yeah, we do know everybody. Man, I didn't want to keep this a secret. You know what I mean? It's going to be hard to keep it a secret. It's a motherfucking podcast. But
right. I mean, I can edit it out. You know what I mean?
I just won't use it in the cut there. I won't use it in the promo. I'm supposed to be coming back to Atlanta, bro. Like I'm looking at a next year return to Atlanta.
But you hate Atlanta.
No, hated.
Oh, you hated.
Hated when I first got here. Oh yeah. My bad. Your listeners probably think, well, damn, I thought you hated.
You know what I'm saying?
Because it's so all the people that have been approaching me for music, hit me up, basically boosting my quote unquote clout, have all been in Atlanta. Okay. Like 95% of y'all are in Atlanta. And I'm like, and of course my son is in Atlanta. And
so yeah,
it's starting to become, and now that I have the job that I have and I know I can transfer when that time comes.
Oh, okay, that's good. That's dope.
I'm like, yo, everything gonna be set once I get there. So I'm excited. And it's not even like a cross your fingers thing. I guess I'd have to get hit by a bus, but cross your fingers, I don't get hit by a bus.
But this is pretty much a guaranteed type situation.
Yeah, that's why I say keep it a secret because it's guaranteed. It's guaranteed. I want to keep it under wraps for now, but yeah, and I'm excited for it. Honestly, bro, I'm excited for you. I'm excited for you and the podcast. I'm planning on. I don't know. I was thinking about so many different ideas, but we'll be able to get to that as time.
Oh yeah, most def, man.
Put my foot on this thing and shaking the camera.
You know?
Yeah, man.
Keep turning up on this. Excuse me. We're gonna keep turning up on this. We're gonna keep doing our thing. Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
What is up with Lonzo Ball? Hold on, let's go to sports real quick. And now the sports. And now with sports. Like, yo, what's up with Lonzo Ball? That man, was he blocking all night from that clip you put up? Or was he?
It was, I really didn't watch the game. I just put the clip up. I just seen some of the highlights, but it was it started with one of his teammates blocking a shot. Then he came and blocked a shot again. You know what I'm saying?
Has he been a blocker this whole time? Like this whole season?
He's been a great defender since his college days.
He's stealing.
One thing I will say with Ball, like he's been a good defender. He's definitely worked on the shooting this year and like last year and the year before. So he's really stepped up and he's really becoming a really great basketball player. And now that all around great player. Now his younger brothers in the league. His middle brother's supposed to be coming in the league. So, hey, man, the Ball brothers is here, man. It'll be nice for them to get rings too, like the Cooper brothers, Giannis and his brothers.
I was about to say, I missed all that. I missed a lot of that. A lot of that. I missed a lot of basketball. Like, it's funny because the Knicks made it to. I said I would never stop. I wouldn't start watching basketball until the Knicks make it to the playoffs. And sure enough,
they made it to the playoffs.
Last year. So I was like, damn. I guess I got to start watching again.
What about Brooklyn?
But when I was saying all that, Brooklyn wasn't really a thing yet. Like Brooklyn, not that there wasn't a team, but they wasn't like a big deal yet.
Right.
They didn't really have a record yet. And so I don't even remember who was playing that year. This is 2015. Who was the 2015 team for Brooklyn? 2015, yeah, that team.
Oh man, that's
I was not
throwback.
taking that team seriously at all. It probably was a good team. Just wasn't taking it seriously.
It probably was not.
It's like, maybe they had like, I don't know. I'm thinking Paul Pierce, but I'm thinking about Boston too. I'm thinking about back when he was on Boston, like in 2008. That's when I was in basketball heavy because I just had basketball players around me at the time.
What you mean you had basketball players on?
Not professional ones, but a lot of pickup games, a lot of major basketball fans. They was in the stats, they was in the zone, they knew left, right, center. It don't take me long to figure out names now. Like it don't take me long to figure out names once I get in, once I'm watching. Once it's like something about associating the number with the name, it immediately clicks for me. But keeping up with the stats and having to dig through all that history.
Yeah, they had Brooke Lopez, Joe Johnson. Those are like one of the two biggest names on there.
Oh wow, yeah.
Like I don't even know half of these other people that's on here.
Right. Brooke
Mark Brown, Wayne Elliott. I know Wayne Elliott too.
His brother wasn't Brooke Lopez's brother. Was it Brooke Lopez? Because there's another one.
It's Brooke Lopez, and then there's damn, what's his name? Brooke Lopez, and then there's Robert Lopez.
Is it Rob Lopez? Okay.
Rob Lopez.
So yeah, the Lopez brothers. He was on the Knicks at that time, if I'm not mistaken. I think
the
I was
Brooklyn
right.
Nets. He's on the Brooklyn Nets.
Okay, and then
Brooke Lopez. Robin Lopez been like on the Washington Wizards.
He went to the Bulls, I think, in 2016, Bulls, right?
Yeah, he was on the Bulls. Stuff like that.
Messing with what's his name in his leg and everything like that. What's going on with his knee? Before we
Derrick Rose.
Derrick Rose is see. I love how I said knee, and you immediately knew what I was talking about. I love that.
No, he revamped his career and stuff like that. You know, he's balling with the Knicks. He's on your team. You know, he's on the Knicks.
Yeah. I'm thinking that's half the reason they made it to the playoffs.
Oh yeah, most definitely. A good defensive team. You know, him coming off the bench and you know at least giving about like 20 to 15 points a night. That's definitely. They had a good game then a couple nights ago against Boston. Went to like double overtime.
Double overtime?
Yeah, great game. Great game. It's been some good games that's been on.
I'm happy to hear that.
Yes.
I don't want to say as a former Knicks fan, if I come back, I don't mind cheering on my Knicks. Porzingis is the reason I was watching back then. Okay. And I'm not seeing them get to the playoffs just pissed me off some more. I was just like, all right, whatever. I don't got time for this shit. And it was just like, whatever. So I ain't been able to catch up.
Porzingis. It's on Dallas now. Okay. What about football? You on some football?
Nah, I have not been touching football at all. Ever since Eli left. Ever since Eli Manning left, I was just like, I think even when the coach left, I was just like, okay.
Yeah, it's not looking too good for y'all. You know what I'm saying?
The Giants, yeah.
That's okay. At least your team's not 0-17. 0-7.
Who's 0-7 right now?
Man, we are.
Atlanta?
Not Atlanta. I rep everything that's Detroit.
Oh, okay.
Detroit Tigers, Detroit Pistons, Detroit Red Wings. Detroit Lions is 0-7 right now, my dudes.
Y'all gonna get y'all wins. Y'all gonna come. Jacksonville Jaguars gonna screw up at some point. Let me tell you.
Snap.
Miami Dolphins might screw up at one point. Florida always be screwing up, at least from what I used to see. Every year, I see them have some bad.
We got those Steelers, we got Browns, we got Bears, Vikings. Denver.
I didn't say it was gonna happen soon. I said it was gonna happen.
Man, we losing all these games. We gonna be the first. This is the first year that
y'all about to go like what 10-0? 0-10?
No, this is first year that they added the extra game. It used to be 16 games. You know what I'm saying? So now it's 17 games. We're gonna be the first team in history to go 0-17.
I don't want to call that. I wouldn't call that. Nah, I'm too.
Well, with this schedule. The only game that I could see that's probably winning.
I'm gonna watch it too.
Is the Eagles game. That's the game. Probably
the Eagles are doing that bad this year.
Justin Fields. Not Justin Fields. What's his name? Tayron Taylor. They're not that good.
Not in sync.
Yeah, they're not that good. I believe their record is they're 2-5, so that could be a game that we could win. Plus, we're at home and shit like that.
Oh, and it's a home game. All right, look, I'm gonna
Yeah,
jot that down. What date is that? When is that?
it
I'm gonna
should
check it
be
out.
this week coming up if we didn't have a bye week.
You talking about the Eagles game
Yeah, that's the 30th.
of November?
That's this week coming.
Oh, that is this Saturday. All right,
Yeah,
I'm gonna check that game out. I mean, I gotta perform first, and then I'll go check the game out.
It's at 1:00 though.
Oh, it's in the day. All right, perfect.
Yeah. You can see us lose. You know what I'm saying?
I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for you. The 0-17 is looking real nasty. Like that's a nasty.
Yeah.
That's looking like a real nasty title to walk around with.
You know, my dad's always been a Lions fan and stuff, so I always said to myself, I'm not going to jump ship.
Down. Yep.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I would feel like them to win the championship. You know what I'm saying? At sometime in this quarter of a century.
What you think about like how have you been feeling? Like, have you been getting like kind of like I don't know? When you ever get a workflow where you just zoned in and you just like time is gone. Like by the time you look up, oh shit, it's like X amount of hours left.
Yeah,
you ever get that? Like
I get that sometimes.
editing your videos and stuff.
Yeah,
oh
I do.
My God. It's a feeling.
Even like just recording. Like sometimes it feels like we're just talking.
Like
it's
right
not
now.
Really, yeah, like right now. It's not even. We're not even on this structure or whatever, but we just flowing with the conversation. So yeah, that and then edit in, especially when I got to get back to it. It's just because I'm more focused on this podcast, me doing graphic designs and stuff like that. Especially when it's like a art that I really into, like the one I did of my son, and it's like the background and make this into a poster and stuff like that. It's like I just zoned in, and next thing I knew, I was just done, and it's like, but I was doing it for hours and shit like that.
Right.
Let's see if I got it. I can just show it up on the screen. I'll post it though too on top of that, but I just want to see it. I'm gonna post it. Yeah,
I want to see because I know that like that's almost any song that y'all would consider my best was probably a song where I went into crazy workflow mode where I no distractions and I just kept on going.
Yeah.
So one day I'm working on. Was it Planes? No, I was working on a program for one of the Night of Excellence, and I get a call, and like the phone's ringing loud, and it just rang, and like it's like I heard it, and it wasn't until I was done doing what I was doing that I realized it was ringing.
Oh,
and
wow.
then as soon as I reached for it, that's when the damn phone stopped ringing. I called back the person. Would you believe this person got an attitude with me? I was like, yo, I'm working. First thing I said was, hey, I was working on the music. Whatever, I don't care. I'm like, what's happening right now? Like, yo, this is not real. This isn't happening right now. Like,
yo, that's crazy.
It's hilarious.
Yo, this is it though. I got it on my Instagram. Yeah, this is the one.
There you go.
It's like Godzilla, but I call my son Big J.
Jay-Zilla.
So it's Big J-Zilla.
That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying?
He's gonna show me up again. I ain't gonna get no good graphics like that anytime soon. He's gonna show me up again.
Yeah, this was my passion, you know what I'm saying? That graphic design thing.
Graphic design, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Graphic design, that means you about to put together some of my freaking music art.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that too, because I was looking at this dope ass Style P music cover earlier today.
Yeah.
I went on this musical journey with my homeboy.
What?
Yeah, this is so dope.
Them skills my way. Let's go. Yeah, right now the 15 is a theme. Got to sit there with. Right now I got to use still image. I got to use image like just regular, like block colors with the writing on it until I can get it ready for streaming. So what I want to do is my goal is basically finish out all the 15, release all the lyric videos and all that stuff, and then just and then turn around and put them on streaming. But then when they go to streaming, they'll have that professional looking cover art.
Yeah. As long as you give me some time, like it ain't gonna be on no rush type situation. Like you need it in a couple of days.
No,
like,
it won't be a couple days.
Because some people I be telling them,
especially in that case, no.
I get certain calls to be like, I got this cover I want you to do. I need it like tomorrow. Like tomorrow, like my dude, you're not gonna even get it tomorrow.
That's
short notice. Yeah, that's way short notice. You need to get me at least by I'll say at least by 1 to 2 weeks. At least 1 to 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
you know,
For sure,
especially if
the
you want it
ones
to be done like how like this, like
that
the one
one.
I had.
Yeah, yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? Like I could
Yeah.
do some things for you, but you want it in, you know what I'm saying?
Like, you know, today's Monday. I need it by, you know, in like 4 hours. Like, what? 4 hours? Slow down.
Right. One, two people gotta realize like I'm not doing this like professional. Like I am doing this professional, but it's not like, oh, this is not my full-time job.
There we go. It's not full time, but you do want to conduct it in a professional sense.
Yes.
As far as like
Yes.
once you inquire about it, I got here's your estimate. Here's the time frame. Take it from there.
Exactly.
Yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah, like I like that workflow moment, man. I get lost. I forget to eat.
Damn.
I live by myself, so I could say this. I forget to shower. Like all of a sudden it's bedtime, and I'm like, screw it. I ain't about to shower. Jump into bed, jump right back out the bed, not brush my teeth, not shower, and then have the nerve to go work on music again. Are you serious?
Yeah.
You that dedicated? Yes.
Dedicated.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. And it's that kind of dedication that I know is going to get me what I need and the success that I want. Like,
no, you're right though.
The scary thing is like I look at have you been able to peep Kevin Samuels and what he's been doing and what he got going on?
Kevin who?
Kevin Samuels.
No, not really. I haven't been.
Do you know about him?
Yeah, I know about him.
Okay,
I haven't really been listening to a lot of podcasts. Be honest with you, I just been.
Is it that conceited?
No. It's just that I'm just trying to get my thing going and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I ain't been looking at nobody really. I go through that moment where I just stop looking at people.
Yep.
Like podcasts, stuff on the internet, and then 1 week I just go through a whole motion of just looking at people to get my
binge watch.
Binge watch. I really just watch it to like get ideas and see how they structure stuff, see what's new, how they got things going and stuff like that.
That's exactly.
So I got something new with that I'm going to be doing like at the beginning and like towards the end of like my shows and stuff like that. Especially when I get my t-shirts and stuff like that. People will see what I'm talking about and stuff like that.
Trust me, that's exactly.
And I got a new setup how I want to do stuff like that. Especially like when I start watching sports and stuff. I got this other monitor I'm going to get, and I'm actually going to reverse my setup where I'm watching the game like I'm watching now, and you can see in the background that I'm watching it. And I can see it on my monitor that I got in front of me. So I got one of my monitors in front of me right now, but I need another one and stuff like that. So
okay, I see what you're setting up. Yeah.
And then I can put my old shows in the background and stuff like that, because that's what a lot of them YouTubers do too. Like they put their
older episodes.
Yeah, old episodes in the background. So I put my old episodes in the background. So it's just like, fuck what I'm watching on TV. You watching what I'm watching. You watching me. You know, saying some humble beginnings. Yeah, exactly.
Wait a minute. That sounds like a damn good idea. If I can hang a TV up in this wall, I'm looking at this wall right behind me. And then just hold that up, and then it's one of my previous shows, or it's one of the lyric videos for the track. Matter of fact, if I can get the lyric video for the I feel like that's too much.
You get a stand, man. I'm gonna actually get a stand because once I move out of this where I'm at right now, I'm gonna get a stand to where it's really just level behind me, because it's really up in the angle. It's up, but I want it like dead behind me type situation. Like if this was the monitor like behind me, like I want it right here, not way up here, because that's like where it's at. It's like up here type situation.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, you want to have it where people can see it, because that's the point. Reason going back to Kevin Samuels, the reason I asked about him was because of he's been inspiring. He's been another guy. So on YouTube, there's something called the Red Pill Community. Congratulations, me and you both are probably unofficially welcomed into the Red Pill Community, because we talk about manly stuff. We talk about man topics, so to speak. And our goal is to inspire and better men, and hopefully make men, convince men, or at least show men how to be better men. Even and look, we got our flaws too. We're not perfect. There's literally professional schooling. Me and you probably still got to go through to do what we got to do. And this is all that's one of the ideas I have for when that thing happens next year.
Okay.
Right. Like
knowledge is power, my dude. Knowledge
is power. I'm saying? Pick up as much knowledge as we can, pick up as much education as we can, put some more professionals who know what the hell they're doing around us as we can, as best as we can. Might not have the budget for all that, but you get my point. You get where I'm going. The idea is there. And
Yes,
as
sir.
long as that can happen, as long as that can get going, oh my God, like yo, that's how a boy becomes a man and a man becomes a great man. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're
And
saying.
so,
Preach.
but another reason I asked about him was he's been kind of showing me, okay, look, here's the natural tendency of a man.
Mhm.
One of the biggest things that I end up putting in my music a lot, especially the song Planes, we the ones who solve problems. She just pointing them out. I noticed girls do a very good job of pointing out problems without, don't get me wrong, they'll probably provide a few solutions, but you'll notice that, do you ever notice a girl get frustrated giving you solutions? You're a man, you should know this. Have you ever heard that line before?
Yeah. I've gotten that plenty of times.
Bro, are you kidding me?
I'll be like,
man,
how can you tell me? First of all, how can you tell me anything about being a man when you're not one?
I said, we the ones who solve problems. She just pointing them out. I said, yo, that solves like 99% of any domestic issue any guy is having. That moniker, that mantra right there. We the ones who solve problems. Yeah. Because if I try to get you to solve it, you're either gonna panic, you're gonna run, and through either one of those two things, you're gonna act what guys would call crazy. I try my best not to call girl bitches. I try not to call them crazy because you've probably been through some shit that you're still walking around with. Erykah Badu had a song called Bag Lady. Bag Lady was a lady that was walking around with some baggage, and it was affecting a lot of the stuff that she had wanted to do with her life. Let me tell you something. I realize that now, and I'm like, okay, all right, let's see how we can move this forward. When I think of some of the stuff that I've had women complaining to me about in the past, I'm like, damn, if I had this moniker, either A, she'd be like, oh my gosh, my darling, or B, she'd be gone. And if certain guys, I don't know how many guys you know that think like this. This is where simp territory comes in. It's like, I just want her to like stop being mad at me. I just don't. Every time I walk in the room, she's looking at me with a crazy face. Then I don't want to say slap the look off her face, because obviously no domestic violence here.
Maybe thinking that you crazy because you keep looking at her ass.
Do you get what I'm saying? You looking at her with a look. Now she's looking back at you with a look, and you panicking off the look she gave you, bro.
Right. Like, instead of you just going to an approach her.
Or better yet, when you come in from the house, go ahead and find you something to do. Go ahead and focus on whatever the heck next is going on. We got computers. Lord knows you either A, or probably on your phone, or B, on your laptop. Go ahead and knock out what you got to knock out, because at the end of the day, as guys, we out here solving problems. We out here providing something. I'm sorry, guys. Like, yes, we might not get appreciated till we solve something, but that's kind of what we're here to do. We don't get pregnant. So that means we're never vulnerable until our leg breaks or something like that, or until and even then, we're going to 2 Chainz our way through everything. You know what I mean? Like, I saw 2 Chainz at a concert. And everything like that. And he was in a wheelchair with his leg just sticking all the way out. And I'm like, this man, how you got as much dedication as me? I'm embarrassed right now. And so,
wait a minute. 2 Chainz was in a wheelchair performing.
He was in a wheelchair at a concert performing. Look it up. I'm gonna look it up for you. I heard my song playing. I'm kind of flattered.
Yeah, I was putting the story out.
Oh, putting a little story up. Yeah, are you looking it up? You looking it up with me?
No, I'm putting the story out. That's why.
Okay, all right, cool. All right, 2 Chainz concert, and I'm gonna send you the link, and then you're gonna see it. For your listeners, I guess you can. For your viewers, I guess you can probably edit this and insert it here. But you get the point. Yo,
it's supposed to let you share. I'm supposed to have it where you can share it. Like if
I was to pull it up on my screen.
Yeah, if on your computer, it's supposed to let you share it. I think I enabled it or abled it for people.
There we go. Let me hold on to this. But yeah, and this man is in a wheelchair. Like,
that's crazy.
And the wheelchair got pink wheels and gold rims. And it's a bad chick pushing the chair. You understand?
Oh yeah. Hey, that's that dedication for real. He said, I'm out here
Man.
trying to get this bag, so I got to go ahead and perform.
Right.
You know,
Like, yo, and
but
it's
that
so
lets you
much.
know, like how even him at that top, hold on,
The
let me read that.
grind.
The grind don't stop no matter how high you are, you still got to keep
Exactly.
going.
Exactly.
So it really don't matter what level you at, you just got to keep going.
Exactly. And I'm going to keep going as long as I got breath in my lungs. And that scene from Thor, I think it was what was it, part 3 or something like that? No, are you ready yet? No, never mind. That was Avengers. Nonetheless, regardless, as long as I got breath I have breath in my breast, I will continue to do what I do in the excellent fashion I do it in.
That's right.
Nothing is gonna stop. I cannot wait. I'm so excited for this Saturday. I'm so excited for what's to come in these coming months, in this next year, especially, and in the years to follow. I cannot wait to see what's going down. Okay. So I don't know if it will let me share or
I just want you to know. Remember we was talking about doing the show, like how long? You know it's 10 o'clock, right? We started damn near, it was like 8. Like 8:30.
see?
8:30.
That's what is that? 2 hours, an hour and a half. See?
Yeah.
Already.
And I haven't heard
See?
no the computer say your time is almost up. Like I think I get like 5+ hours. I think I get like 5+ hours on this thing.
Okay. Yeah.
And I'm still trying to work through them because I want to be able to like actually. I got certain days that I'm supposed to be like today's the day that I'm supposed to record. Wednesday's supposed to be the day I record. Then I said Sunday, and I want it to be where I got everybody that I do shows with so far in my contact list, and then it's always a schedule that comes on so that you know that even when I'm just jumping on, I could jump on. Then I wanted to know if even if I'm not there, can somebody jump on under my account since you're under the same contact?
Right, I got you.
That y'all could just do a show, and then you just, you know what I'm saying?
You talking about like me and another one of your guests?
Yeah. And then since it's already getting uploaded to the cloud, all I gotta do is just get it from the cloud type situation.
And then grab it, edit it, do what you gotta do.
Yeah, type situation. Because I'll be thinking like, would I always be there? Type situation, especially once I start doing it like more frequently. Because that's my goal next year is like Monday, Wednesday, and Sundays. Those are the days, no matter what. Even if I do it on Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, I can still do it on those days.
Okay.
But those days that I set are the days that I know I want to be recording, like no matter what, like type situation. But if I can't, you and somebody else can jump on, or somebody else can jump on.
That's interesting. Letting the podcast run itself.
Yeah. You feel what I'm saying?
I ain't never heard of no. I'm gonna snatch these glasses off for a minute because I know the whole.
No, especially the people that I really just. I feel like I'm going to be more of a frequent guest and stuff like that. Because, I said, at one point, I know I'm not gonna be able to do this all by myself because how busy I feel like things will blow up with this and stuff like that. Right. And other people can grind and get on here. Then I can hire people, promote people. We ain't gonna make no money right now. I'm just letting y'all know that. We gotta get y'all. Yeah. Some people gotta get equipment and stuff like that. Some people gotta get mics and stuff like that.
Right.
That's my goal when it comes to this. Like I got some people that I know I want to get a mic and all that stuff.
That's an interesting concept, letting the show run itself. I don't know that model don't. I'm trying to compare it to like my work model. That work model wouldn't work in my circuit. Like letting the show run itself, other than just playing the track. Nah, that wouldn't work. But for the most part, as soon as you get back in, okay. So let me ask, what the schedule you have? I see both scenarios you came up with. There were double days. Is there a reason for double days?
The Sunday and Monday.
Any particular reason, or is that just random, I guess?
Sunday, I wanted to have something before the weekday. Like Monday, we'll start a show before the weekday type situation. And then Monday would be just like a recap of what happened on football. I kind of structured it around football a little bit. So, but now that basketball has actually started, I actually wanted to be like, I'm covering certain games type situation. Then, on top of that, boxing. I'm gonna be trying to certain fights, I want to be.
Yeah.
That's why I
Make
want
sure
to
you
change the
cover.
TV around. Now you see why I want to change the TV around.
Exactly, of course. Yeah, of course.
That way,
The
like the
highlights
fights
is running the back.
Yeah, highlights running back, and then the fights and all
Yeah.
that. Then I could control the TV when I could look at it and stuff like that. Because I was trying to do that with another guest, and then I was like, I had to click like this behind me, and I'm looking at my screen and stuff. Now, if I have it in front of me, it's like it's changing by itself. You don't see my motions, like you don't see me having more control in my hand. So I could do that and look at my screen and shit.
Like, right, I could literally be typing something right now, and the only thing you would see is like maybe the screen shake a little bit because the keyboard is right there in front of where the webcam is. But yeah, okay, that makes sense. Like, yeah, okay, I like that. I like that a lot. Letting the show run itself. I want to see that. I don't think I've seen a podcast run itself before. I don't think at least I haven't heard of it yet. So you about to pave a lane.
You know what I'm saying? When I say this, I'm trying to build something big, and I'm trying to bring some people with me. And I know I like talking about sports. I know a lot of people just like talking period and shit like that. And I love music on top of that. So I was doing this before, and I didn't even realize it. It's funny that we kind of go through the same situation, because one of my homeboys was saying the same thing. Like, you was doing this before. I was like, I was doing this before. I was recording. I was going to people and recording and stuff like that, but it wasn't no podcast. It was just I was like doing vlogs and shit. But then
you were basically doing the podcast.
Right. I wasn't even thinking like it was a podcast and shit. But like I said, I want to bring some people along with me, because it's especially doing the podcast. I think it's better when we all talking and stuff like that, and all giving our opinions and stuff like that. I want to battle people when it comes to opinions and stuff like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want somebody to see like if they could try to sway me or what I want to talk about.
I don't know. What opinions do you have that one could attempt to sway you on?
A lot of
anything. It don't have to be like something specific.
I just go with something easy that I know right now.
The sun is only as hot as we think it is. Something like that.
Mostly like I say like LeBron. Like, he's not my
those
goat.
Kind of topics. Okay.
Yeah, he's not my goat or something like that. Or
okay, he's not the real goat or something like that. Like, he's your goat though, right?
No, he's not. He's not my goat. I'm just saying, like, for other people.
And
like,
so
they want to sway me, like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. You'll find a lot of that. You won't find that in me. Something like that anyway. Because first of all, I ain't studied LeBron like that. I knew a little bit when he came in. I knew when he switched from the Cavaliers and everybody was mad at him, but he did pretty well in Miami. And then I just heard he was doing amazing stuff since then. So that's all I know. Like, if he's your GOAT, that's your GOAT. Like, that's your guy.
Yeah. You can't hate on that.
And if he's not, then I mean, you're probably either, I don't know, if he's not mine, if LeBron is not my GOAT, that has to mean who the hell did I look up to? I'm not gonna say he's trash. Whoever I end up naming is not trash. Mm-hmm. Who the hell was I watching? Oh my gosh, it was somebody I used to love watching play. I know Allen Iverson was one of them, but I'm trying to remember if it was somebody else on that team. Oh my God, Dirk Nowitzki. Dirk Nowitzki. I don't know why. Whenever I played basketball games, I would head straight to the Mavericks and play as Dirk Nowitzki. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was the three. Maybe it was the height. I don't know what it was.
Fade away.
I mean, do you remember the old ass game NBA Ballers?
Yeah, I remember that.
Dirk Nowitzki. I used to come on there looking brolic like the Hulk or something like that. I don't know how I was making all this. I would always make my character like super brolic or whatever. Then they had Ballers Phenom, same thing, Afro. It's funny, I would have him as the Afro before I had the Afro. So I was already like, whenever I did create a character stuff, I would do Afros and stuff like that. But yeah, as far as like, and the thing is, like, I know compared to LeBron or Dirk Nowitzki, come on now, Dirk Nowitzki really. But Dirk Nowitzki just always, I don't know, I just always took a liking to him, something like that. And it's funny, I've never really had a fandom for anybody, even in music. Other than Kendrick, I don't really have a fandom for any, like, I respect Nas, I respect Jadakiss. And to the point where every time I'm writing and I'm scared to finish writing, it's probably because I feel like what I said would never compare to them two.
Why you think like that?
I have no idea. I take that back. The only idea I have is the people that I know liked maybe a certain song I did, or people that reacted to a certain song I did, they like Nas and they
Right.
like Jadakiss.
Right.
So if my bars don't compare to them, then I'm a trash artist and I should probably quit.
They've been doing this for years, though, man.
That's a lot of pressure. I mean, by their 15th year of doing it, I'm sure they was as nice as nice as we know them for now. My 15th year doing it, and I'm not as nice as them, then I clearly must be trash. That's too much pressure.
That is a lot of pressure, man.
Back. Yeah, all right. Look,
that's a lot of pressure.
Listen, another thing I keep forgetting, not everybody likes every Nas and not everybody likes every Jadakiss track. Or not everybody in the world doesn't like every Nas track. That's what I'm trying to say.
Right.
So take all 6 billion people that might have heard Nas at some point. They probably only heard his popular stuff. They probably maybe heard his best stuff. Obviously, they heard his recent stuff. But even then, of the 6 billion people, play every Nas song for them, they're not gonna like every Nas song. They're not gonna think every Nas song is bars. You know what I mean? Especially the younger generation.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And so, but at the end of the day, for the 3 billion that do like every single Nas track and every one of his popular tracks, if I feel like my shit don't measure up to what that sounds like, I must be trash, bro. I must be trash. And that's, again, too much pressure. Back, ease up. Go ahead and talk about what you know you talk about. I like to talk about my whole type. I like talking about helping these boys get, better with their lives. They like to talk about, I mean, it's not like what I'm talking about isn't serious, because that's the first thing that goes through my head. Mm-hmm. Oh, you ain't talking about serious topics. You mean suicide isn't a serious topic?
No, that's very serious.
You mean telling the story about how I was asleep away from music and had to fight my way back, basically.
I'm gonna say this. I don't need to cut you off. I'm gonna say this.
You good.
As long as you are writing what's in here, and
for those who didn't see, he's pointing to his heart.
yeah, right here. You know what I'm saying? Then you doing your job, because people can know that you faking now. You know what I'm saying? When they listen to what you putting out. So regardless, if you don't feel like it lives up to their bars, as long as you putting something out that they can feel and you bring your energy and all that stuff, they can feel that. That's what's really gonna matter. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like certain artists, what they do. And certain artists, like, bro, like, come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Especially some of these underground rappers and stuff like that really don't have no name for themselves and stuff like that. That you can really feel like you just putting out stuff for the culture that's out right now. Like you just another one.
Being trendy.
Yeah, being trendy. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember at one point, me and my partner was like, "Are you saying that everybody in the world sell coke? Like every artist is just like, yo, I sling powder."
How is every artist? Like every artist got bad chicks that come to the crib each and every night. I mean, I guess if you flaunt enough money, but then you mean to tell me none of y'all got robbed ever?
This is never pulled up ever. Like brothers are not like really getting like played like that. Like when this dude's like, they get their chicks, but like it's you're not getting them like on a nightly basis. Like, these are fabricated stories. That's what people gotta realize. Like a lot of this shit is just fabricated stories. And some of these are overhyped stories, nice. Way overhyped story. And it's like, for example,
sounding beautiful.
Like that Soldier Boy. Remember he had made that story. He was talking about that story. He was like, people came through. I was like, da 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 da, and I was jumping over the couch. You know what I'm saying? Da 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 da. And then
like an action movie.
You know what I'm saying? He doing all this like, bro, come on, my dude. Come on, my dude. And on top of that, no one holds their gun like this with one hand. You can't shoot like that for one. Like it's
right. That recoil will smack you in the mouth.
I'm telling you, my dude. Come on, bro.
He also is the first person to create a video game console. So
Hey man, shouts out to Soldier. He paved the way to a lot of different shit.
If it wasn't for him, Nintendo would be nothing right now. Like what I mean.
He may.
But
when they putting your music on YouTube, popular and stuff like that.
When it comes to creating music now, I do my best to ground myself. Okay, who are you? What do you like? What do you not like? What have you been through? How did it feel going through that? Okay, I can take a moment. What I do sometimes, I have dreams and I use those as songs. So while it is fiction, it's still something that's a part of me and close enough to me. As a matter of fact, one of the songs coming up on the 15 is called I can't remember now. I can't remember the name. I'm drawing a blank. He's basically a liar. He tries to do whatever he can to be a part of the clique.
Right.
And let me tell you something, that a lot of that is me. It's a lot of me in there. While this person in the song went through lengths that I would never even fathom, he's lying and doing what he got to do and saying what he got to say. Some people would see that as a good thing. Kudos to those people. But in this scenario, it doesn't give him the benefit. Like, he does not get the benefit when he does this. When he decides that he's gonna lie and the leader finds out, I can't wait for y'all to hear this song, and it's a lot of songs like that. There's a song called Venomous. The venomous, controversy words through my teeth. I am venomous. Something like an Eddie Brock Lesnar. I am treacherous. The next big thing. What you know? How you guessing this? My last boo thing says she had to get a stomach fixed. So the song's concept, if I have to explain it for the listeners who don't get it.
Yeah, you gotta explain it. You know what I'm saying?
So when I talk about relationships, a lot of times I'll talk about how, when the right woman for me will come in and she'll move all the domestic bullshit out my way. Look, we're gonna get flamed, but we're talking about the cooking, potentially my laundry. I can do my own laundry. I can do my own cooking. But if you move that stuff out my way and I have more time to dedicate to the music and even the marketing aspect of the music, that's more revenue coming in. Would you like to be a part of that? If she say no, well, I mean, okay, that's cool. But don't expect to be sleeping at my house, though. What you doing? You ain't sleeping over. Bye. I'll see you later. You get what I'm saying? Controversy words through my teeth. I am venomous. Something like an Eddie Brock Lesnar. I am treacherous. Look, I'm not packing anything huge down there, but girls, a lot of the right girls anyway. Some of these hoes, I'm gonna say it just like that too. Some of these hoes, they know what they're looking for. If it ain't 12 inches or more, then I can't do it. But listen, it might not be 12 inches, but it's the next big thing.
The average man is not 12 inches though. So
you get what I'm saying? So
between like 8, like I think that's the average.
5 and 6. Well, again,
5 and 6.
Talking about races. Black guys, it might be a little bit higher. But,
I guess I would give it guys too much credit.
Yeah, like I said, it depends on which race we talk about.
Long as she compliments me, I said, man, like the next chick I fuck with, like, long as she compliments me, like, meaning
compliments. You like words of affirmation,
like meaning like you know what I'm doing, just like I know what you're doing. We just complimenting each other, like, on what we doing, like. Yeah. You're not I'm not gonna say burden. I'm not a burden to you, but we just compliment each other, like what we like to do.
You're not talking about words. You're talking about as far as like a power couple type deal.
Yeah, type situation. Okay. Like, you know what I'm saying?
See, next big thing. What she know?
Because like you said too, I'm not mad about like if she don't cook. Well, I do want you to cook, don't I do want you to cook.
We like, the way our hearts is through our stomach.
I do want you to cook. And I'm not saying too, I'm not, yeah, for real. Do you wonder why niggas be cheating and shit?
You ain't cooked nothing. Where my steak at?
You know what I'm saying? I gotta drive to McDonald's or some bullshit, you know what I'm saying? You ain't even got no groceries.
Don't even get me started on outside food, yo.
But like I said, I'm when I mean by compliment, like if I'm single, I should be able to go to the grocery store. And just because I'm in a relationship doesn't mean I still not be able to go to the grocery store.
You don't want you going to the grocery store with your chain on. Take your chain off, then go to the grocery store, right? Put your hair in a do-rag, and then, matter of fact, put it in a turban, and then go to the grocery store. I want you looking as unappealing as possible.
Yeah, I don't even like going to the grocery store, man.
Because I love it.
Especially if I talk about my relationship, man, because they're just out there at the grocery store.
My next relationship gonna be in trouble because I'm probably gonna go to the grocery store, especially if she's making me feel like shit at home for whatever reason. reason.
Don't go to the grocery store because they.
I'm going to the grocery store. I'm about to redo my. No matter of fact, I might stop at the hair salon and hey, welcome back to the hair salon. How you doing? I don't know why I'm going to the Dominican hair salon, but I heard they do good braids. That's probably why. But oh, look at him. He come back to the hair salon. Okay.
Oh my God.
Come back in here. I see you come back in here. Come here. Come to my chair. I will braid your hair for you. So I'll come to the damn hair salon. All these compliments. What? How is your girlfriend? How is she doing?
Right.
Oh, it must not be good because you're in here. Yeah. Must not be good because you're in here right now. And they'd be like, where are you going after this? I'm going to the grocery store. Oh, it must be really bad. Oh, it's bad. It's very bad. You going to the grocery store after this? You're not going back home? Okay, it's very bad. I'm so sorry. Come, let me braid.
Where you going at the grocery store? Don't even know what you're getting at the grocery store.
You know what I mean? Let me remind her why she is with you. Let me braid it real nice. I do it very good for you.
And then once you get to the crib,
I see you been out all day.
Yeah. Who you get your hair done for? Must be one of them bitches.
Right. See? You was out there with them hoes, wasn't you? Listen, I wasn't out there with them hoes, and I clearly see that there's no damn food on the table. Well, you wasn't here. Why would I cook? Wow, that's a great attitude to have. Them hoes would love to hear that. You know what I mean? Like, them hoes would love to hear. They love hearing like a dude, like a successful dude with a girl who ain't treating him right.
Oh, they
girls,
love it.
I want to say,
they love
I can't say hoes at that point, but maybe hoes too. Love that shit. I'm sorry. I didn't know. That's when they start flashing. I didn't know she was treating you. So, like, listen, damn it, that's not what I came here to do. But since you're whipping it out.
Oh, snap.
Like, yo, and that's what I mean by toxic energy. Like, I've become, like, I'm kind of getting more in tune with that. Like, and so that's why, like I said, if she come to me talking about this, what I need, all right, to prevent me cheating on you, here's what I need. Yeah. And here's the thing, I won't even cheat. I'll just, you gotta go.
Yeah, you gotta go. I'm not even, I don't need to waste my time. That's why I'm at the point where,
you get what I'm saying? Like,
you know what I'm saying? I don't even waste my time.
I know I got my girl around at the house, but Shaquita was, showing me her butthole the other day, and I was thinking about not putting my face in it because I don't know if she ate Wendy's. I don't know what she was eating, so I'm still debating the concept.
Make sure she showered first.
You get what I'm saying? So I didn't know she showered yet. So, but I'd rather not deal with that. I'd rather just, you gotta go because you're not, like, here's how you used to treat me, and you're not treating me this way, and you're not properly explaining to me why things have changed. You gotta go. Right. I don't want it. Right. I can understand if we in a thing and we're just disagreeing. I don't feel like cooking for you no more. Well, that's kind of part of what made this relationship work. Well, I just don't feel like doing it no more. Well, maybe I don't feel like working tomorrow.
Right. Just because, see, that's what we're not gonna do. Just because you feel some type of way don't mean that you need to stop cooking. Like, no, what you doing here? No.
You went and got your hair braided, so I'm not cooking you steak tonight.
No. That's really? One thing we not doing right here. Like, none of this tit for tat, none of this pettiness, none of this underhanded like shit. Like, yeah, stop keeping score, da. Like, so I'm not in the game. I'm not in the game. You know what I'm saying? If I did something fucked up, it wasn't never intentional. So you don't need to be trying to do shit intentionally to motherfucking hurt me, because that's not what I'm in the game for. So what you gonna do is get your ass in the kitchen. We gonna catch this vibe, and we gonna make up, and we gonna make up. That's what it's gonna be.
We gonna get flamed. But check this out. I look at it like this. I say, all right, look, to all your lady listeners. Fellas, y'all can do what y'all want, because as long as you're doing the right thing, as long as you're on your purpose, as long as you're grinding, as long as you're do what you got. Do what you want. You can do what you want. But lady listeners, listen close. Stop keeping score. All right? Stop keeping score. Because that resentment, that shit bubbling up in his stomach. And by stomach, I really mean bladder. And by bladder, I mean his dick. Because he's like, all you're doing is festering, especially if he's not the type to really talk to you and say, be straightforward. I'm a straightforward guy. So I can't speak for somebody who don't know how to really formulate their thoughts. I formulate my thoughts, obviously, pretty well. So with a guy who don't know how to do that, his only option might be to cheat because he don't want to lose you, but he don't know how to tell you being a bitch.
That's it.
I
think I need to get some females on here to
Please, you have
You know
to.
what I'm saying?
It's only right, especially now. I don't know how many conversations like this you've had because
No, not a lot.
that
Not a
get in
lot.
the kitchen, yo, that get in the
Nah.
kitchen line, we about to get flamed. I'm
Yo,
putting
you
it out
know we
3
are,
times.
bro. And I'm waiting
Please
for
make
it.
sure you cut just this section and throw it. I'm ready for all the smoke. Come on.
I'm ready
There's this
for
one
it.
girl. I'm gonna go the crazy podcast, the crazy girl podcast. Hold on. I'm gonna get it right now. Shout out to her right now. Make sure you post this shit.
Oh well. Oh yeah.
Something.
You know it. You know it.
I got something for her sweet self. Hold on. Her
You
sweet
know.
and
I
by her
definitely want
words,
to
crazy.
I had this one other conversation with this other dude a while back. We was kind of talking about Kevin and stuff like that. But you know, I and a lot of people ask me that. Like I always said, like I wasn't gonna get on here. Like
he's the big deal right now.
Yeah, but my point is like I didn't want to jump on here like bashing women. That's what I'm not like doing, and I don't want to say like that's what we're doing either, because that's why I said I want some women on here and we can get on this. Like, what's going on with you? How do you feel this way? What's going on with you? Why you feel this way? Type of shit. And maybe we can get to an understanding as men and women, because
come to a consensus.
That it's like we're on two different sides. Like
literally.
Like for real,
like
it's me versus you type situation, but we supposed to be partners. Like, but yeah, it's me versus you.
I'm a put in something here, and it was amazing. Shout out to the Pretty Crazy Podcast. I have a lot of respect for this girl. She got on a video, and she's asked the question: if does a successful dude get to share his wife? And my response was, do what the fuck you want. Like, do what you want.
What do you mean
the guy
by
in that
share?
situation?
Like,
so basically, not share your wife. My bad. Share her husband. She got to share her husband. I did phrase that wrong. That's my bad. You can put that in there too. They'd be like, see, he don't even know how to talk, but all he do is talk. Yeah, see. Then they get their little defense. Give them their little. I mean, feed them their little defense or whatever. Anyway, so the video. So I made a response video. It's fun. I hate that I can't remember exactly the words I said, but the basis of what I was saying was do what you want as the guy in that situation. If you want to mess around with it, but as the girl, if you know that's not what time it is, especially if y'all came to that agreement, that's the part that everybody screw up. Who was your friend that you mentioned earlier that said everybody's in a ship?
Oh, my homegirl from back in the day.
Give her the biggest high five when you see her. You want to talk about we bashing ladies? We're not bashing ladies out here. We're trying to get y'all to talk to each other. Everybody want to go off this unspoken shit. Stop this unspoken shit. Like, cut off the unspoken BS. What are we? Where we at? Are you upset? Or what are you upset about? Ladies, like, this is not a fairy tale. Stop acting like I'm supposed to know. Don't get me wrong. After a certain period of time, I guess I kind of just know what to do, things that turn you on as a lady. But if you know from the get-go, if dudes will be honest from the get-go, you said it earlier, dudes will be honest from the get-go. Look, I'm looking to share. I'm looking to, mess around with such and such and who that's that and the third. But you can't do that. And she says yes in the beginning, but then she want to flip her script. Okay, now the blame is on her.
Yeah,
but
most
in
definitely.
The beginning,
so I told you what it was.
Me and you are perfect examples of what I'm about to talk about. Check this out. Me and you are both pretty much, let's call ourselves D-tier podcaster or D-tier musician.
Okay.
Neither of us have the money to really act like we can go around here just grabbing all the nookie that we want. I usually call it cookie. Grabbing all the cookie we want, right?
Right.
If me and you both get in a relationship tomorrow, and then the success hits, and now all these girls is having dick sucking contests, and they want us to be the judge. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's gonna be kind of tough on our girlfriends or our wives, because you know what I mean. It wasn't like that yesterday. Yesterday, we was damn near quote unquote lucky to find the one we found. But then we got successful, and now everybody wants it. You get what I'm saying? So,
but that goes into
that's unfair to her.
Yeah, but that goes into like who you dealing with too. On top of that, because it needs to be that clear understanding, like you know what I'm saying, what could happen, and the trust value too. You know what I'm saying in a relationship, like. You know, just because we got famous doesn't mean like, oh, I need to go ahead and fuck with this regime and fuck with that female, you know, type situation. You know, because at the end of the day, too, like that's why I was saying too, like I want you to compliment me, because now let's say if I did get on, I fuck with a lot of old school rap, but I like some of this new school rap too. Lil Durk, he had a song on Drake's album. He shouted out his girl, and he was on Nicki Minaj's podcast or Instagram. He was talking to her. He shouted out his girl about her lip gloss business and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like,
He
so
promoted his lip gloss business.
Right. Well, I'm saying that to be said, like, if I'm on, I'm trying to put you on so you can get yourself going on. And then you're going to be in that same type of situation where, like, oh, you weren't popping at first and you're going to be busy. I'm going to be busy. And that's why I said we come together, and it's just got to be that trust value, man. Like, that's, you know, this just got to be trust. That's all.
I'm telling you.
If that's not what you're built for, because that's something that you got to be built for, because insecurity and all that stuff is going to play a big factor in all this and stuff like that. And then on top of that, some of the fellas, ladies, whoever is going to be the successful, like, breadwinner in that type of limelight, you got to understand that type situation. Like, motherfuckers are going to come across, especially like dudes, like niggas gonna DM like crazy. Like,
oh my god,
I guarantee
relentless.
you, like, not even the baddest chick, pretty much probably like a 75 or a 7 or an 8 or whatever you would, how you ever
still gets like crazy DMs.
Yeah, of course,
and from
man.
handsome, well-off dudes. I'm telling you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So, you know,
kudos to them for having options, though.
Yeah.
They get options. And so that's where, and that's, again, going right back to what me and you got going on, and going back to the music. I put this in the music. I put this in the tracks all the time. If the WAP gonna be mine, then that's quite fine. But if not, then I guess I'm back to my grind time. Like, this, I'm probably single because you're gonna make me sing the whole song. But like, yo, all that line means is, listen, I'm great with or without you and the amenities that you bring. A lot of girls right now think that they're the catch. Like, yo, you mean to tell me I gotta approach you and then turn around and pay your bills? Like, listen, I'm not, like, you can't be the catch if that's the case. Clearly, I'm the catch if that's the case. And you know what I mean? But
you know what we messed up at when it comes to that type of situation? It's when we give birth to them. And you know what I'm saying, as fathers, we call them princess already from the jump. Yeah, and as dudes, we really don't even we don't even call ourselves. That's what I'm trying to start doing when I see some young cats, young king and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? We're putting high values on ourselves, because a lot of dudes we don't put the high value on ourselves. And on top of that, it's already bred in you to do stuff for females, like you know what's funny? Valentine's Day when you're in school, like you trying to find a girl that you don't want to be a Valentine's Day for,
and girls want to be approached, but then it's sad because they want to be approached by a specific person. So when somebody, you know what I mean, when that other person or somebody not undesirable, but somebody that they don't desire, it's like it's not gonna. The only time they're gonna take that person is when the person they wanted asked somebody else. Boom. So funny that you say princesses and call each other kings and stuff like that. I had a thought process where I was like, nah, I don't do it. And it's not something I plan to do as far as calling each other kings. But then I stop and I think kings were known as excellency, your excellency. And then here comes yours truly running around talking about the excellence. I mean, it's when we start seeing each other for more valuable than just, you know, somebody in my way, that's when we'll start seeing, you know,
why I start saying that?
Resurgence.
You know why I start saying that? To get away from saying nigga.
You too? Yo, there you go. That's what's up. I'm with it. I don't even say I hate that word. I hate that word with a passion.
Yeah, it's certain words that I use, like if I don't know your name, I'll be like, what's up, my G? You know what I'm saying? Or what's up, my dude? Or like, what's up, young king? You know what I'm saying? It's just to get away from that. Or like, even if I'm mad at somebody, like, you know, that, you know, I try not to. That's the only time I really say that. like when I'm mad at that motherfucking nigga over there, like, I'm gonna beat that dude that. Other than that, you know, I try to use king, you know what I'm saying, my G, you know.
I look at people's upbringing when it comes to that word. And once I kind of put two and two together that their upbringing involved that word, and so it's kind of like tattooed on their vocabulary, at that point, it's nothing I can do. But now I'm trying to figure out what else is coming with that word. What else is stringing on? Because that word usually don't come by itself.
Yeah.
Pops was probably beating somebody down. You probably had something crazy going on. You could have had a perfect childhood and just everybody around you said it. Yeah. But still, from my experience, anybody that has ever said that word people that don't say that word still had a messed up childhood, but I'm usually seeing something specific going on with that, involving that. Like, I don't want to say that word. Jonah Lucas had a song, I'm Not Racist, I believe. I have to listen to it again, but it talks about that word and why we can say it and why they can't. I've never argued for why they can't or why we should, but I've never argued for them being able to say
but it gives them the
people.
ammunition, though. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it really is.
I just don't need it. I don't personally need it. And to hear that you want to call people king for that reason, oh, that's a perfect reason. That's amazing. That's amazing. Of course, in New York, we had Sun. In Atlanta, I think.
I don't like Sun because it's like Sun.
Oh, you're lower than me.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Sun could also be in the sky.
I used to say boss too, but then this dude was saying like you shouldn't even say that either because it was like.
But then now you're putting somebody up.
Yeah, then it was like slavery type shit. Like you used to call your master, yo, boss. You know what I'm saying? Like
boss.
Shit. So I stopped saying that. So now it's just king, young king. You know,
very cognizant of the words you're using to people.
Yeah. Man, you know what I've been learning too, and I just told my partner that now that I've been watching like a lot of podcasts and stuff like that, especially like dudes that like be really into like words, and so I use this. I call it word placement. I'm trying to work on my word placement. So I'm kind of like that's where I'm like getting all this stuff from. It's just like me just looking up all these different podcasts and learning like word placements and stuff like that.
That's what's up.
You know, because your words hold value. We all know this.
They do.
You know
they do. And that's one of the main reasons. Like I say in my songs all the time, I say, I don't want to stop till the money turn to metal in the wallet as a magnet. Something like Magneto, rhymes kick Aikido, avoiding the Shigo unless it is the cosplay Shaina for the free throw. I say, oh my goodness. Damn, I forgot the damn words. But yeah, it's about having my words like, sitting in my dictionary, sitting in my word bath while I eat a dictionary sandwich, something like that. But I think it's switched.
Okay.
Like when it comes to words, I want to be very specific with my words. I was called an Oreo for the words I use. You know what I mean? And that kind of catapulted me to want to, okay, well, all right, fine, I'll find more words. And then all of a sudden I end up with more words to use in conversations. Like, you know what I mean? I use words like flustered. Who uses flustered in a regular conversation? You know what I mean? I use words like flabbergasted, words like that. Like you don't hear that from your teachers. Like your teacher was flabbergasted. You know what I mean? Like you don't really hear
what you need to do.
Here I am.
You know what you need to do? You should have one time like one of your lyrical songs, like just go through it like what you mean by like each bar like type situation. That could be like a sermon that you could do like for like entertainment.
We're gonna have to go back to Stories on the Stool. We're gonna have to bring Stories on the Stool. Stories on the Stool was impromptu. It was not supposed to be. You should have
Stories on the Stool. That's what you used to call it.
That's what I have now every week. Every week y'all see, y'all be seeing it. So it's Stories on the Stool. I'll sit there and I'll tell y'all about the song or whatever. Yeah. And so when it comes to telling everybody about the upcoming song, whatever the case may be, as far as breaking it down, like you'll probably have to elaborate that to me after the show.
No, but I got you.
Because that's anything that I can do to make the show better. On top of that sounds like a really good idea. Basically, taking that Story on the Stool and turning it into basically damn near dictionary time, if you will.
Yeah, pretty much. Like
so hopefully,
what was the meaning behind this bar that you said? Like what I'm saying. Like I was going to the grocery store, like what was the metaphor?
Got you. Okay. Yes, I know what to do now. I know what to do. This story comes to you from, instead of doing the year and the month, just take it straight to the song. So this story comes to you from this song, and then it's almost like a backstory at that point. I like that.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. I'm gonna use that indefinitely. I want to thank each and every one of y'all for watching this. I want to thank each and every one of y'all for participating in the show, making sure that y'all stay tuned and stay locked in. This is the Welcome to the Show podcast. Listen, I am Cudjoe, I am Excellence. Plug the name in, Cudjoe The Excellence, spelled like how it sounds, right there in the YouTube, all your streaming platforms. You will find your excellent music. Listen, this excellent music serves to inspire, uplift, and hopefully bring to light a lot of the issues that y'all may have been maybe sitting down on, and a lot of the issues that y'all may have been kind of keeping in the dark and stuff like that. Man, I just want to inspire people. I just want to bring people better to be the best version of themselves. I hope I can do that. I want to thank Smuvie main Bruce Wayne, aka Money Mayweather, the paper chaser.
No problem, my good sir. No problem.
Doing the damn thing. I'm so proud of the podcast. Let's keep it growing. Let's keep it moving.
That's right.
Let's keep it going.
They quit. Then the alimony mommy came to pay his past. And that's how we went from 10 to an 8 in the class. With a titty in his mouth, still won't sour up. Somehow he had made it in with cool kids. Fake friend, they cheering me to pass what he missed. And I hate to admit it, this appeal went well. I sold what I love, but the cool kids fell. And what I didn't, on the price paid slow. Instead of scholarship, I had that freaky flow. Let's go!
I want to use the following. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much to the Welcome to the Show podcast. I am Cudjoe. I am Excellence. Listen, we are not out here trying to be perfect. We are just trying to be excellent. Y'all take care.